Good evening. My name is Leah.Carlander, and I'm the dance teacher at Creighton Middle School. This is my 19th year teaching dance at Creighton Middle School and my 19th year teaching in general. So I am loving teaching at Creighton, and I also really enjoy teaching the art form that I've grown up my whole life doing, which is dance. I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade gifted and talented dance students at Creighton. What that means is they all audition for my class, and they received a score that has identified them as either locally or state gifted and talented artistically. So tonight I'm going to walk you through a PowerPoint about my class that gives you some basic information of how it will run this school year. So I'm going to start it from the beginning and not the end. Again, my name is Leah.Carlander, and this is the Creighton Dance Department open house meeting. So my class schedule is as followed. I teach 8th grade first. From 8:30 to 9:10 is my first elective. 9:15 to 9:55 is my second elective. 7th grade is next, and they are titled Intermediate Dance. So I meet with them. My first elective is from 10 to 10:40, and then my second elective is 10:45 to 11:25. Then I finish the rest of my day with beginning dance or 6th grade dance. Elective 1 meets from 11:35 to 12:15, and the second elective meets from 12:20 to 1. So RTI time for all classes are Friday 2 to 3:45. So I typically set up a meeting on Fridays, and I label it RTI, and I invite all my students, and then they can come and check in with me if they are behind, if they have questions about a grade, if they didn't understand something for the week. This would be a good time for them to come in. And like I said, it's set up each week, every Friday, for them to come in from 2 to 3:45. I'm also available daily from 2 to 3:45. So all they have to do, if it's not a Friday, is send me a message that says, hey, can we meet? And I can set up a meeting with them, or we can just chat about if it's a quick question that can be answered through chat. Tuesday is the only day that I can't meet. I have a meeting that starts at 3. So, but I do have some time from 2 to 3 that I can meet with students on Tuesdays. All right, so a typical dance class. We know that, virtual school is not typical for dance class, but we're doing the best we can and making it work. So in my class, I've been enjoying starting these virtual lessons with a daily journal. This journal may ask some content-specific questions, based on what we've been working on so far. It may have to go have a little video that they respond to or reflect upon, or it may just be used as an opener for the class to get me to build a relationship with them. How was your weekend? Tell me something positive. What is something going well? What is something that you're struggling with? So just so that I can see where they are and, if I can help them in any way. These journals are labeled with the date, and they're usually only up on the Teams page for that one day. It is part of their participation grade, so I do require them to answer it in that day in order to receive their full points for that participation part. We do have video and class discussions. I really enjoy showing them movement, talking about movement, using the vocabulary that we've been extending throughout class as we discuss things. So video and class discussions are also some things you may see if you walk through when they're in a typical dance class virtually with me. Sometimes we do teacher-led warm-ups or technique classes. Some days you may see that they are working individually, so they might be creating something, and I'm trying to give them class time to do that because the creation process can take a long time for some students. So I typically give a couple of days of work during class time with me here in case they have a question or they're having trouble with some technology portion of it, playing their music, recording their videos, so that I'm there to help them during class time so it's not too overwhelming for them. This work time has started off individually, but we will start working as a group as the class continues. And then reading and responding is another part of a typical day in class. Okay, grades. Grades are easily accessible on PowerSchool. I strive to update these quickly. So far, it's a little more challenging virtually because most students are having to get an individual grade. We haven't been able to use group work a lot. We're going to start moving into that so that grades will be going in faster because I won't have to grade, 150 of them. So that'll be nice. Weekly participation grades are labeled by week number. So the two examples I gave you, 1.2 would be first quarter, second week. 4.4 would be fourth quarter, fourth week. So that's how they're labeled in PowerSchool gradebook, and those are the weekly participation grades. Assignments are located under the Assignment tab on Teams. Grades are updated there as well as on PowerSchool. And these are for grades that are not participation grades. So these are grades that are in addition to their participation grades. They might be projects, they may be checklists, but they have rubrics or a checklist attached to them as well, telling the students how they are graded on that assignment. The assignment tab also has a due date with the specific day and time, which is really nice because as soon as the student submits their work, they know if it was late or if it was on time. Typically, I've been setting mine to be due at 11:59 on the day that they are, and that's just basically to give them class time plus their RTI time so that they can use it in order to get the stuff completed that needs to be completed. This date and time automatically will alert the student when they turn something in late. Attendance. Students must be logged in the entire class period. If a student arrives to class or leaves class 5 minutes late or early, they will be marked tardy. If a student is more than 20 minutes late to class, they will be marked absent. If you have an excuse for your child, that can be sent to Miss Wine in attendance, and I've included her email address there. So I know that sometimes we'll have doctor's appointments and things like that that may require us to miss class or leave class early. So in order to get that excuse, the information has to be sent to Miss Wine, who's in charge of Creighton's attendance. I've attached my email address, leah.carlander@richland1.org. This is the easiest and quickest way to get in touch with me. I'm looking forward to a great year, and I hope that we get back to seeing each other face to face soon, but we're doing the best we can here virtually. Thank you for your time. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at that email address. Thank you.